guys, please don't scroll. This is my first YouTube video. If you want to make your logos from this to something like this, then you are in the right place. My name is Faith Chamutai. I am a graphic designer and I'm currently learning motion design. I decided to create YouTube so that I can create tutorials on what I've learned along the way. So if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment so that next time when I post another video, you won't miss out. I'll leave the project file in the description below. Let's begin. We are going to create a new composition. Let's name this Apex 1920 by 1080, 10 seconds. The color is black. Click OK. Now let's import our PNG file. Import. Now we are going to right click, recompose. Let's name this Apex logo. Make sure you move all attributes, click OK. Now let's create a new layer. And then this is going to be our map. So we are going to name this map 1920. And then the height is 1080. And then for this, our color is going to be white, and then you click OK. Now in the effects and presets window, let's search for Fractal Noise. And then we are going to add this onto the map. Now we are going to set contrast at 400, brightness at -50. Open your transform drop-down and then check on the uniform scaling. Let's set scale width at 600 and then scale height is 200. Then set complexity to 1. And then at the beginning of your timeline, create a keyframe at the offset turbulence, then move 5 seconds forward. And then let's adjust the turbulence to around 1700. Let's place our map just below the logo. And then on the track matte, we're going to set our map track matte to logo. And then you open the project window. Let's go to the effects and presets window and then we search for CC glass. Bring this to the map. And then we search for CC Blobbylize also. And then we add it to the map as well. And then open the surface drop down. And then on the bump map, we are going to set Apex logo. And then for the property, I'll choose alpha. Then for the softness 50, height 50, and then displacement -100. Now let's go to the CC Blobbylize and then we'll come back to the CC glass. So for the property it's alpha, and then for the softness and the cutaway I'm just going to leave it at 20 and 25. And then you open the light drop down and then set the light height at 100. Then go back to CC glass and then set the light height at 100 also. You can always play around with the values till you get your desired look. Now on the timeline, let's go to 2 seconds and then we press T for opacity. And then set the keyframe and then we will move to 3 seconds and then set opacity at 0. Now that looks good. We are going to select the keyframes. Then we press F9 to easy ease. Now let's open our project tab. And here we're going to drag our logo composition to the timeline so that we can bring the original colors of the logo. Now we are going to set the mode of the map to hard light. You can see the glossiness of the logo blending in. Now I'm going to select all the layers and then right click and pre-compose. We are going to name it Apex Glossy. Click OK. Let's hide it for now. And then drag the logo composition to the timeline and rename it to Vegas. Then go to Effects and Process and then we search for Vegas and apply it to this layer. Let's set segment at 3. And then our blend mode, we are going to set it to transparent. And then for the scale width, we are going to set it at 4. And then for the color, we are going to use color similar to our logo. That's about, I think, orange. Then you click OK. Let's go at the beginning of our timeline. And then we are going to set the keyframe at length and rotation. And then for the length, let's change the value to 0. And then we will move to about 2 seconds. And then length at 1. And the rotation at 70. That looks good. Let's press U to see the keyframes and then select all the keyframes and press F9 to easy ease. Let's press Ctrl D to duplicate, then bring it below and rename it to shadow. Now let's go to Effects and Process, and then we search for CC Fast Radial Blur. And then we add it to the shadow. And then let's set amount to, I think, about 70. This is going to be our background. And then 1920 by 1080 for the color white. Click OK. And let's bring it just below the shadow. Let's go back to the CC Fast Radial Blur and then bring this to right about here. And then the next step is to change our color to something dark. Yeah, that looks good. Click OK. And then let's turn on the visibility on this. And our logo is looking good already. Now let's preview it. Now we are going to offset our logo at about 1 second and 5 frames. And then press T for opacity, create a keyframe, and then set the value to 0. Then let's move a few frames forward, 2 seconds and 5 frames, and then set the value to 100. Do the same for Vegas. Set the keyframe at 1 second 5 frames and leave it at 100, and then at 2 seconds and 5 frames we press the value to 0. Select all the keyframes and then press 9 to easy ease. Now we are going to create a null object, and then select all the layers except the background. And then we are going to parent it to the null. That looks good. And then press S to bring up scale, and then go to the beginning of the timeline, set a keyframe, and place the value at 50. Then move a few seconds forward, 2 seconds, and then set the value at 120. Then let's move to 3 seconds, and then set the value at 100. Select all the keyframes, press F9 to easy ease. Now open the graph editor, and then let's adjust these by moving them a little. To something like this, yeah. And then let's preview it. Our logo is looking good already. Now we are going to select the type tool, and then let's write the name of our logo. For this particular logo, I'm going to write Apex Innovations. Now we are going to adjust our text size to around 70. That looks good. Yeah, to about right there. Now let's press T for opacity, and then press P for position. Now set the keyframes at both the opacity and the position. Then let's move to about 3 seconds. And then let's adjust our position downwards to somewhere. Yeah, that looks good. And then for the opacity, 0. Select all the keyframes and easy ease. Yeah. Let's try to move it to somewhere. Just try adjusting to your preference. Yeah. Let's now preview the wall. The wall logo. This looks good. Let's adjust it a little bit. Then preview it once more. I think that looks good. Now, if you're satisfied with the composition, you render. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You need to specify the folder you're going to save your logo. Once you have done that, just save it. Render. And we are done with our logo. If you like this tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe.